hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Resident Evil 2 Remake Let's Play. And let's just get this over with, well, not over with, let's get this started quickly, because there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things to kill, and many places to be fisted about. Because the upcoming big boy is gonna hurt like hell. So there's the flashbang for us. There's more bullets. And this room is gonna suck. We're gonna pick up all of these goodies. This cog, never put this cog into the box. Oh my god, I fucked myself so hard last time I played Claire A by putting that thing into a box. Because it's so difficult. Like, if you put it in a box, you are fucked because you will never remember to go get it back. Like, you just straight up never remember. I swear. Okay. These two zombies you want to kneecap, because they're gonna be a problem later, because you are most likely being chased when you come through here a second time. Okay. Can we get up?
Asshole.
There we go. Gonna hit the head quick, but that's fine. We have plenty of pistol ammo, so I can be a bit of a wasteful. And we have pretty much removed all the problem zombies at this point. I think there's like 2 more, 3 maybe. This is where you use the board you got from the upstairs. So you want to go upstairs first and then come downstairs. Also, you want to clear this place out first, because you don't want to come down here when the big show comes. That's one more heart key left. Pick up this. Yeah, I think that's... Come on. Go. And you wanna mix these two to get more acid rounds. Okay. And we don't need to ever deal with that later. We don't actually have to go down here ever again. If you go, you're stuck. Because the liquor is gonna fuck you over and the other guy's gonna fuck you over. Dump you, dump you, dump you, dump you, dump you. Dump that. I'm gonna keep you. Where's the jewel? There it is. All of this just to get a overly complicated USB stick. Do I have enough room? Yeah, I got enough room. I'm just trying to memorize which items I have to pick up, because I'm not gonna be running to an item box for a while, because that fucks up with an AI pattern I'm attempting. Claire actually has way easier time, since she has that ladder doesn't break. On Leon's campaign it actually breaks, and it makes the escaping the upcoming enemy way harder. Claire can actually then just circle around that bullshit now, but you actually don't want to, because there's an easier way of doing it. But you can. That's the main point here. Alright.
No.
Cap you. Come on. Don't take too many shots. Because the bitches come. There we go. I think the female zombie is actually sprinting after me, so I'm not gonna get to the stair. No, she was stuck. Okay. I thought she might sprint after me, so she would block the stairs, but no such problem. And now my favorite character. Well, I would call him a character. Here is the big G, the moment everybody in this LP has been waiting for, this guy to beat me up. So you can actually get past him by baiting a swing and then running from the side that he swings. But it's actually just easier to do this. Bait him to do a swing here to slow him down. You can hear the swing sound. Because you want to actually outpace him. You know from the music if he's still after you. And now he's no longer actively chasing me. He's still hunting me, but isn't actively chasing me. So I have to think about which order I want to do things. Let's open up here. So I want to use the spade key before I use the heart key. So I can do a loop through the upstairs, then go downstairs, dump my shit, use up all the necessary key items, and yeah. But I need to actually dump my stuff right now, because the herbs are taking too much space. Pro tip here, do not wake up Marvin. If Marvin doesn't wake up, there's a lower chance. I don't actually know if zombies can even enter the room until Marvin triggers. So what you want to do is just always run on the opposite side to Marvin. But don't be fooled, Mr. X can enter the hallway, and he will enter this room. So I'm not sure what actually are the triggers for Mr. X. I know shooting a gun draws him into your direction. I also think running alerts him to the general area where you are. But I don't think it fully tells him where you are. Also certain activities like picking up certain items or going to certain rooms, I know pull him in. And that there are only a few rooms where he can't enter. Like there. He's moving this direction because I have been running around. But luckily there is actually one of the few safe rooms right here. And that's the STAR's office. Oh, he's in the same hallway as me. Use this here. And use this. So he's actually gonna be in a absolute garbage position for me, because he's now gonna be ahead of me on the route I want to use. So I would have to circle him. And there are only a few rooms I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, there's... I need to pick up that one. Okay, so he went left now. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck my life. Okay, so something pulled him back. I'm not sure what, but... now he's going right, and that sucks. Did the liquor just clip through the wall? Is he, like, right above the goddamn door? No, he's on the right. Wait, oh, he's on the ceiling. Okay, we're gonna have to YOLO Mr. X. Okay, so I can hear him on my right, but I have absolutely no idea where he is. Don't run after the stairs. There's 2 liquors, I think, in this hallway now. And they will... ooh, they will hurt. Dump that. Do I need the SMG? No, I don't. Now I need... yeah. Now we're gonna go use the... oh. I think he's going upstairs. I like how accurate the footsteps actually are. Or he's just standing there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fuck accurate, because I absolutely heard him right and up. Not just fucking standing right there. Why is he going upstairs? Yeah, he went through the door. Okay, that's safe. That's safe. Okay, so this liquor is a fucker. There we go. Got right around him. So this room is not safe. This room is so not safe from Mr. X. Oh, there we go. Alright. Getting somewhere. I think I did that already. Okay. Nope. There. That and... no. Oh, oh, there it is. No, fuck. Yeah. There. And there. I have such a bad short-term memory, I'm actually impressed with myself that I can even do those. Okay, so now, do this. I think it's 208. Yeah. Oh, he is close. And for the fact that he is close is the exact reason why we're carrying a flashbang with us. Because flashbang has a useful trick to do with Mr. X and, well, pretty much every single enemy in the goddamn game. Everybody's susceptible to these things. Now, hopefully we don't need to use it yet. Hopefully we can kind of trick Mr. X to run a bit of a circle. We want to pick every... oh, there's a zombie on that door. But he can't get through because that's a door for Leon. Pick up the grenade, and then pick up this, and... there it is. Mr. X aggroes to you. He immediately knows that you picked this item up. So one thing you can do here is to just headshot him, chain headshot, to get him to actually to drop. But what I'd like to do is just bait a swing. Run right past him. Slow down here. Be careful with the liquor. Don't wanna anger that motherfucker. Then run! Don't give a shit about the zombies. Get right upstairs. And hope to God that Mr. X loses you or doesn't aggro to you for whatever reason. And hope that these zombies are placed safely. So the flashbang is for this room. If Mr. X enters this room, you have plenty of time to throw the flashbang and stagger him. But it would seem and it also staggers the zombies. Much more easier and pretty much the only way to do this on hardcore. Mr. X is in the room. But he's not exactly sure of my location, so that's good. But he will know because I have... nope, he knows where I am. The music started. Okay, so this fucking guy... how many bullets do you take this? Oh, just 3. Okay, fuck you. And here we go. More puzzles, yay! If there's one sort of unfortunate thing about this version is that the puzzles are a bit too simplistic. There's some okay ones, but I would have liked something a bit more meatier as a puzzle. Although RE puzzles has never been like the pinnacle of difficulty. But let me think, like, is there actually like a good proper puzzle in this game even? Well, sort of. I mean, the game keeps doing the key puzzle, like figure out where you use what. And some people say those are not puzzles, but yeah, they are puzzles. Doesn't matter what you say, they are still puzzles. So we're gonna put you here. And we're done with the police station. Mostly. We're actually still gonna come back here for once. because of the upgrades to the SMG. But other than that, yeah, we're pretty much done with the entire police station. There we go. Okay, so what is Mr. X's location now? Because he can be in this hallway, and if he is, this hallway is a motherfucker to get through. So I would not recommend running past this zombie. Just shoot his legs. Just kneecap him. Come on, drop. There we go. Much safer. It does aggro Mr. X to this location, but he's gonna have to come through. And there he is. He has to come through there. And this is why we cleared out the storage room. Because holy shit, if these two zombies are up, that can be dead. Because if they grab you, the Mr. X actually, even if you use a knife, the Mr. X has enough time to quick run to you and punch you in the asshole right when you get out of the zombie stagger animation. And when you get out of that, he punches you into the second zombie. If the second zombie doesn't stagger from him punching you, you're dead. Okay, so do we need this? Do we need it? Do we need it? I don't think we need it. But I think we need 2 knives just in case. Let me just do that. Do we have more knives? I'm pretty sure I should have at least 1 more knife here. And there it is. Just in case. We might lose a knife coming up. Here. Summon these boxes. This was like, you do this a lot. You already have learned at this point in the game to examine items and move them around to open boxes. But I was so confused here. I was like, how do you use these things? Like, this is obviously where they go. But for some reason, I can't use them. So is there something wrong with my game or something? Like, I don't get it. There we go. Here comes my least favorite sequence in the game. I mean, I get what they're doing here. It's a simulation of the original RE2 where you play as Sherry, but spoiler warning, we're gonna play as Sherry for a moment. And the original RE2 version of it was worse because Sherry could get stun locked by goddamn cockroaches. In this, it's a mandatory stealth sequence for like 2 minutes.
In the neighborhood, you'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
So I never figure out why Irons wants the pendant. I mean, I think it's for her mother, like Irons says, but I'm still not sure because what we learn of what the pendant actually is, it makes no sense why Irons wants it. At least there might be some kind of item or description I'm missing. Probably some file somewhere that explains why Irons wants it. So this puzzle is devious, but it's actually super simple. Always move the first block there and then just match up the blocks. Like, that's how you do it. You just move the first block to the third row and it's done. That's how it is. It's always the same. How you rotate the blocks changes, but the position of the blocks don't. Also, that sound effect doesn't sound right. Like, just something about that doesn't sound like you cutting through duct tape and cardboard. It just sounds wrong. It's an okay sound, but it's just, for me, like, I wouldn't think that's what it sounds like. So who packs their books like this? Like, completely neatly and tidy like that in a cupboard. in an orphanage. I don't know. Okay. Come on, sure, your little feet can carry you faster than this.
That must be the door out of here.
Yeah, spoiler warning, the door doesn't work, so we're just gonna skip it. The door is not only locked, but then chained. It's just there to trick you to try and use that so that the upcoming sequence is slightly harder. Unless Sherry has no reaction to a corpse. It's like, oh no, a dead woman.
Where you going, Sherry? I told you to stay put. You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone. Just please.
Actually, I love that Sherry makes this situation worse. I mean, she's a clever kid, so... Again, she's not a sarcastic jackass like I am, but what I would have said, like, instead of throwing acid at this guy's face, I would have said, like, I'm trying to escape, what do you think? Like, what do you actually think I'm trying? Like, I have no idea what like, do you really expect if there's a way for me to escape, I'm just gonna sit still and do nothing? Yeah, of course I'm gonna try and run.
Help! Somebody, please!
You stupid bitch, that's a dead end!
Oh no, it's a dead end, but except we're just gonna go sit here. So originally this sequence was super annoying because there was a bit of a snafu where he could see you through this cupboard, until I actually figured out there's a better place to hide than this. You just had to initially hide here and wait for a particular trigger in his movement. Correct moment. Oh god damn, of course this is the moment when nose starts itching. Oh god, this is terrible.
Show yourself! I know you're in here. The longer it takes me to find you,
that there's actually a 100% safe spot in this room where you can just sit and he will never even look there. At least as far as I know. But you have to go about halfway through this sequence anyway, before you can even do that, so... Actually, sure, you could fit under that and get to the other side there. I don't even know why you can't do that. But whatever. Okay. Trigger we're talking about is about to come. Okay, here we go.
God damn it!
There we go, there we go, there we go. Did we make it? Yeah. And here we go. Safe spot. As far as I know. I mean, if we fuck up here, then we fuck up. Although that's the only spot here where you could even possibly see me. Yeah, and it's that part where you can actually see you through that goddamn cupboard. I have no idea how he does it. It has to have something to do with that the either the hitbox of the cupboard isn't quite as wide as the actual texture or the mesh of it, or that his vision is actually, like, the cone of his vision is actually larger.
It burns!
Oh, no. I'm so used to actually skipping these, so I was going to my speed mode. There. But no, we ain't skipping shit today. All of the cutscenes to inflate the video length for that sweet delicious ad revenue that I don't get, because I don't monetize my videos. Because I don't even think YouTube would let me monetize. Actually, I think actually my country's laws don't let me monetize my videos anymore. And yeah, those 8 viewers would bring me so many dollars. Beautiful money. But no, I would actually never monetize my channel. Patreon would be the most I would ever do. What the hell am I even talking about? It's not like I would ever do this as a job. I can't even keep a semi-regular schedule. You know, a video series every 6 months. That's good enough, isn't it? be nice to be able to keep up a schedule.
Game is...
I love how Sherry thinks this is a perfect hiding spot, like his AI just loses him.
Now you're...
Oh yeah, and this scream coming up is great. Oh, broken. So is this how babies are made? I'm not really sure. I mean, it looks sort of accurate. Also, I love that Birkin completely loses Sherry here. Sherry just sits there, perfectly protected, like nothing. Birkin just completely loses where she is.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Do we? Do we really?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant.
I would love,
Do you want
if Claire would be like, yeah, kill her.
the orphanage?
The orphanage. Where is
Like,
that?
just kill her. I don't really care.
You'll find it.
Sherry, all right?
Because this, like, Iris's plan completely hinges on the idea that
You hurt her.
oh yeah, Claire must be a good guy. So she absolutely wants to protect the little girl by any means necessary, when she could be like, yeah, I'm just a badass biker chick who just wants to survive. I don't really give a shit. I don't know. I mean, it's odd, actually. Do I need anything else? Nope, I don't need anything else. Absolutely nothing else is needed here, boys. Because this pistol has actually fast enough fire to completely work on what we're about to do with it. On Leon, it's actually the same thing. If you don't use this pistol, you wanna use the submachine gun on this part. But that thing's gonna be far more useful later. So we're gonna save up all of that delicious ammo.
You again?
And Mr. X's head is gone. Even if you don't shoot it off, it's just kind of disappears here. I mean, I like his fedora. It gives him a... I mean, this is... There we go. Getting the punch. He's designed like this. It's... I guess it's more appropriate, but there's just something silly about him having a hat. I would like if there was like a thing that when you shoot the hat off, he would actually actively, like, if you shoot the hat off, he will pursue you, but if you lose him, he will go specifically back for the hat. Like, that's a way to distract him for a moment. I'll go close to that door to trigger both of these zombies to get out of there as fast as possible. Oh, fuck. There's no way to get past that. You wanna kite the boys around. Oh no, that zombie's gonna fuck me if I try now. Just get the zombies out of the doorway. There we go. That's perfect. Because you never know when a zombie does the double lunge. And that sucks. So for some reason, Mr. X doesn't follow you through here. I have no idea why
Looks like the only way
that goddamn wire fence is too much for him. Like, the motherfucker bursts through walls, doors, but no, that wire fence with a human-shaped hole, not even human-shaped, just a doorway is just, no. Can't do it. Too much for me. This bitch actually ended my hardcore run. So I'm gonna give him an extra treatment here. Oh, her hand completely spazzed out there. But yeah, she actually single-handedly ended my hardcore run. I'm gonna shoot the poochies. I think this is the only spot where Claire actually runs into the Cerebrus dogs. Oh, and that dog's fucking spazzed out there. There you go. 4 shots max, sometimes 2, sometimes actually 1. But most of the time it's actually 3.
not good. Bitch.
One more
Oh
dog.
no.
Now shooting these dogs is, well, it's technically optional. You can run past through here quite easily, but it just makes you don't need to hurry here, and you can take your time, and well, it just makes it more safe. So this zombie is also a cunt. Oh, come on. Right past him now, hope for a good dog hour. Serpentine is a good way to get through here. Just reach the door and you're done. And those are the last dogs I ever have to deal with. It's clear. Leon actually has way more dogs, since the kennel fight is actual dogs and not lickers.
Hang on, Sherry.
Damn, that glow from the... I have actually no idea. It's just a tree. It's like not like even in the lights, so it's just a tree glitching out. Nice.
Hello?
How much ammo do I have? 12.
I have the pendant.
It's actually quite enough. We're gonna switch to the SMG though. There you go. Oh! Oh no, I didn't get the glitch. There's sometimes when you pause the game fast enough, and you pause it when he comes out of the corner, and you pause, his eyes completely spaz out in this pause screen. Or it was when you skip it, I'm not sure. Either or, it looks great, his face just completely melts.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell was that? And that's a bit of a prelude on what enemy type's coming up next. The single most annoying thing ever. An enemy that was actually, I think, a mini boss, or no, I think it was actual boss fight in the original RE2 that has been turned into just a regular enemy in this game. Oh, here comes Mr. X.
Go, go, go!
Run! Oh no, he's gonna catch me. Except Sherry is a wall that Mr. X can't pass. So if you just outspeed a player, there's no way he can hit you.
Keep going.
There we go.
Sherry, come on.
Those eyes are freaky. I love that little sound effect. And the design of Mr. X in this. Oh yeah. Yeah, but he's not that kind of daddy. No, he's just the regular kind of dad. And say goodbye to Mr. X. We are not seeing a single tyrant for the rest of Claire's campaign. And for those who don't know what I mean, is that there are actually multiple Mr. X's. I think Leon deals with only one, and Claire deals with only one. I think they are separate, I'm pretty sure, at least for most part.
Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us.
I'm not sure if it's the same tyrant for Leon every time, but it would seem that it is. It would sort of make sense. But the Claire actually doesn't deal with a single one. I think in the RE3 and in some extended material, which I'm not sure if canonical anymore, but at least in RE3 we have, I think it's confirmed that it's like, I think it's 8 Mr. X's. They sent 8 Mr. X's and Nemesis into Raccoon City.
Impressive display of strength.
So 9 tyrants. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, don't quote me.
I'm Claire.
If you know, correct me, because I'd actually like to know, but I'm almost 100% sure I will not remember to check after this. But I'm pretty sure it's 8 tyrants.
Oh, Annette, tell me, what happened to William?
Also, what they did with Annette in this version, like, I think I've said this with pretty much everybody thus far. They made such a fantastic work on redoing these characters. In the original, Annette was like, "You killed my husband." Then moves on to Claire Leon, "You killed my husband." In this, she's more active. She has more character. She has a bit of a different note depending on how you, which character you meet her as, unlike in the original. Except that line is actual garbage. Like, it's so bad. Like, my daughter is none of your business. That's so forced, in my opinion. Actually, no, keep that. Actually, yeah, let's keep all of that. Because the upcoming sequence is hard. Take you. Which more do I don't think. I can't remember. Do I need anything else? No, I don't think I need any more of this. But we're gonna call it quits today for this episode. And next time we're gonna do hopefully the entire sewer section. And then that would leave just one more part for the final finish of the game. Finish the final last area of the game, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like. Leave me a comment on, well, correct me on whatever, how many tyrants there were if you know. Don't Wikipedia it, only if you actually know it. Don't leave it on otherwise. That's cheating. And again, like I said in the first episode, if there is any other game you'd like me to play, let me know. I would appreciate it, because I'm an idiot and I can't make any kind of decisions unless someone else tells me. I'm not even kidding. I have so hard time figuring out what to play. So let me know if there's something you want me to see hear me speak about once I know how to do it again. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.